So, hi everyone. It is March the 14th, Pi Day for mathletes and sciency freaks. But today I'm going to talk about English as usual. And let me be abundantly clear here. You know, chances are you're holed up in your homes trying to stay away from the coronavirus. The classes have been canceled. So be sure that I'll be posting a lot of material on my blog, and I'll give you exercises to do, or food for thought in some other ways. I'm trying to work out a solution, maybe by using Teams, the Microsoft application. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the details. In the meantime, I have decided I should, give you pointers as to how to best approach the impending C1 examination, which might or might not take place in June. I suppose that everything will have been blown over by then. Anyway, if you don't know what to do at home, I suggest this. This is, or you might decide to do something about your creative writing skills. The Decameron, I don't know if you're familiar with that, was written by Boccaccio. And it actually tells the story of a group of 7 young women and 3 young men that are trying to spend some time away from the Black Death of 1348 that was afflicting the city of Florence, and they decided to kill time by telling stories. So that's a practical use of otherwise probably boring time doing nothing. Okay, you may do something about it. Also, if you're not into card games or creative writing, I think you could do something about your pronunciation. And why that? Okay, because in the post that accompanies this video, I have mentioned those sample videos that lots of institutions tend to use to let people know exactly what the different levels of the European framework of reference are like. So you want to check out what the C1 sounds like, you click on those links, and chances are, there is this young girl from France in this particular case that speaks English with 3 obvious telltale, let's say, characteristics. Let's put it that way. First of all of those students are fluent. They never hesitate. They don't stop. They always know what to say. Second of all, they make no mistakes. Virtually flawless productions. Now, that might not be necessarily your case, because you might be more obsessed with advanced grammar or vocabulary, but that kind of surgical accuracy that you're after might not be what many examiners are looking for. And sometimes even me, I am more impressed when you can come up with a coherent production speech, that makes sense. Okay, every now and then you should use some precise term, a collocation, something that actually makes me believe that you are in control of whatever you're saying, and that is not so simple as to be just obviously intermediate. So, but the pronunciation is the third element. All those students invariably have very good pronunciation. Now, by very good pronunciation, I don't mean native-like, or you don't need to sound like almost perfect. That's not the point. But at least you have clearly stepped out of your comfort zone, which is your language. That's one of the reasons why Cambridge never shows you someone with an obviously French pronunciation or an obviously German accent, because it doesn't feel quite advanced. I am going to show you something. It's going to be a bit of shock therapy. I'm going to show you what happens when a speaker refuses to do that, to use English sounds, and resorts to, in this particular case, his native language, which happens to be Vietnamese. Now, the video you're about to see features a supposedly English-speaking tour guide that is explaining something in English. It was recorded 2 years ago by one of my students. Get ready for a shock.
Yeah, chị rồi. And you know that? Mở theater to view the temple here. Like that. Until now, nobody know. Very mysterious mystery. Maybe Chamba you a little from plant in the forest to make the clue present to together, but not sure. And
Okay, so what do you make of it? I challenge anyone out there to tell me what that man was saying. It was hard to believe that he worked as an English speaking guide. Now, in a certain way, I kind of understand the guy, because this is what happens when you say, okay, I'm not going to make an effort. I'm not going to try and get closer to some sort of a compromise, because what makes sense to a Vietnamese English speaker might be completely alien to someone from Europe, which is exactly what happened to my students. So in short, now that you have the time, probably, if you have the time, I think you have a great opportunity to work on your accent. Remember, your English is already good. You can say lots of things in many different ways. You know the relevant vocabulary of the C1 syllabus. Your grammar sounds nice. You are fluent, but I think it's your pronunciation that needs some polishing. Okay, so there you go. Work on your pronunciation, and hopefully you'll get another video with more specific tips as to how to go about that. All right, until then, this is me signing off. Bye.